OK, donc bonjour, bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, c'est le mercredi 5 mai. Aujourd'hui, c'est le mercredi 5 mai. Voilà les objectifs. On va commencer ce travail. OK. Agenda, échauffement, visite d'un appartement et puis dans mon quartier. Allez,
Time
OK.
for the speed run.
Time for the speed run, for real. So we started class, we took a solid 30 minutes to help y'all submit those voice recordings, those practice recordings, because that's really important. So making that time in class. In the future, please try to get that submitted faster, okay? But hopefully everything works out and I'm able to hear you okay. OK. Donc commençons avec un échauffement. OK, un échauffement. Échauffement, tout simplement. Est-ce que tu préfères le printemps? Donc maintenant, c'est le printemps. Ou est-ce que tu préfères l'automne? Donc l'automne, donc au mois de septembre, octobre. Qu'est-ce que tu préfères? OK, donc c'est un peu, en général, les gens préfèrent l'automne. Intéressant. En général, vous préférez l'automne, mais il y a quelques élèves qui préfèrent le printemps. Intéressant. OK. OK. Faisons la visite d'un appartement. Okay, so we're going to watch a quick, we're going to do an Edpuzzle together, but I'm going to kind of build into it, so not just yet. Imagine you've just moved and a friend is coming over to visit. What will you show them in your home? Okay, what are some things that you would want to show them in your new home? Ouais, donc peut-être ta chambre, peut-être ta cuisine, le salon, etc. OK, donc maintenant, on va regarder une vidéo. Et en regardant, pensez, réfléchissez. Quelles sont les différences entre une maison typique ou un appartement typique pour toi et chez cette fille? So as you watch, think about the differences between this person's home and your home, okay? Or like what's typical in this person's home and what might be typical for your home. So we're going to watch it through once. I'll watch it with y'all. And then I'll have you go to YouTube or to Edpuzzle and do an Edpuzzle. All right. So before we do the Edpuzzle, let's watch it through once together. OK, très bien. So un couloir, jardiner, un jardin. Were y'all able to pick up this, what this means? Jardiner, un jardin? Garden, yeah, a garden, yeah. So a garden, un jardin. So what do you think jardiner means?
Gardening?
To garden?
Yeah. Gardening, to garden, yeah. Okay, yeah. Because there was the terrasse, and she said, ah, ma mère, c'est normal. Ma mère adore jardiner. And then we talked a little bit about le couloir. Le couloir est très étroit et très long. Au début, on a le couloir. Ah, ça sonne. Ah, c'est Magali. C'est dans le couloir. So what's un couloir?
Balcony?
Yeah, a hallway. Yeah, so we've got a hallway to garden, a garden. So the hallways were really different, right? So again, we're talking about an apartment. We're talking about a long hallway. It's a little bit smaller, right? Somebody had said it's kind of serré, it's kind of squeezed. Une terrasse. What is une terrasse? A terrace or a balcony, yeah. And somebody mentioned that there are lots of terraces, like when, and where did you see lots of terraces? Like, it's not like they have 12 different ones to themselves, right? That would be pretty luxurious. For apartments, yeah. So like they looked outside and they looked at apartments and we saw on the view a bunch of different terraces. And we don't have the time today, but I'd hope to talk about that. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit tomorrow, but why it's that way, because there's a reason. Yeah. So une terrasse, a balcony, a terrace, right? Un toit. So, donc, nous avons vu la terrasse et c'était, ah, vous avez une belle vue des toits de Paris. Ah, mais tu as une belle vue des toits de Paris. Une belle vue. Une belle vue. Does anybody remember what that means? We talked about that.
A beautiful view.
A beautiful view, yeah, a beautiful view. Une belle vue des toits de Paris. So Paris, Paris? Des
So did
toits.
she say like a beautiful view of Paris?
A beautiful view of Paris? Yeah, a beautiful view of Paris? Yes. But specifically one thing in Paris. And remember, what floor are they on?
The roof? Like,
We're
was she
not-
talking about the roof?
Yeah. And I was going to say they're on the fourth floor, right? Troisième étage. So they're pretty high up. So they have a beautiful view of the roofs. Yeah, you got it. The roofs, des toits. Les toits de Paris, the roofs. Un toit, a roof or a rooftop. Okay? Vous avez une belle vue des toits de Paris. And we'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow. Okay? And then finally, she said, ah oui, mais où sont tes livres et CD? Where are your books and CDs? Right? Back when CDs were a thing. Ancient, right? This is ancient history. Right? And she said, ah, mon père monte l'étagère ce soir. Ce soir, mon père monte les étagères. So she's asking about books and CDs, and then she says, oh yeah, tonight my dad, something étagère. What do you think she's talking about? Like, oh, I don't have my books or CDs out because my dad, something tonight. He's building a shelf. Yeah, une étagère. So a bookshelf or a shelf. Yeah, so he's putting them together. Yeah, monter. That's a good one too. Building. Yeah, so he's building it. He's not like cutting down a tree, right, to build it, right? He's probably buying one and then putting it together like IKEA. Monter. Ce soir, mon père monte les étagères. Il monte les étagères. So he's putting them together, like monter, to put together, to stage, or to put together, like to build, sort of, right? Les étagères. Yeah. So I thought this was some good vocabulary to maybe add a little bit. And it might come in handy in a moment with what we're about to see in the activity packet as we kind of finish that up, as we kind of wrap up the unit. Boop, boop, boop. We'll talk about this tomorrow. We ran out of time. We spent a little bit of extra time getting stuff turned in today, so we didn't get to this. But I would ask you to kind of think about the video, think about the rooftops and the view, the balcony, right? And we'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that'll work. So finally, if you have not yet turned in your recording, please get that turned in. I want to be able to start correcting them, and it's really tough to correct them when I don't have all of them in. So please do that. If you have some trouble, please get in touch, okay? If you're having a hard time. It is 9:40 right now, so I'll stick around for 10 minutes. So if you're struggling with something, this is a great time to ask questions. Otherwise, I will say au revoir et à demain.